I finally make it, I give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. That hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. The West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got on your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 crippin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Tampa. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, and Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
Quickly to the air is Wilson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A lot of talk today about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
So much for coming out throwing, as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. Forced out to his left. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 45-yard line. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And again, it's Rodgers. This is swung out to Eckler. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 2nd and 12. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The big fella. 30, 20, 10, 5, and he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Foreman. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And already down 7 to touchdown a minute ago, so 3.5 not big deal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. His throw incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking for White on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And right side, they're going to go option here. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Holding, offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well in time there. And now 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I think you need to call this an out there anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was good.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Looking downfield for Godwin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Running on first down, Eckler. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Up the middle with Eckler. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And incomplete on the deep ball. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. On the return, it's White. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. On second down, here's Fournette. A second time. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Play action. Now Wilson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Bucs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On first down, Wilson. That's complete to White. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, Wilson. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wilson. And this one's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. And he's got it. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter, you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Going right back to Galladay. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Eckler now between the tackles. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Rodgers going to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Eckler. Oh, good. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers are back within a score. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
The try here for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Touchdown. Chris Godwin, 64 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running, on the go route, making a play.
Speed, speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. There he goes, right side. The 40. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's grabbed over the middle by White. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Wilson. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure they're friends from the defensive side of the ball.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards. 6 points. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp. I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Wilson. Looking sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Open man has got one. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Here's a give to Dobbins. Ooh, with a juke. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson. Looking for White on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Wilson. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Going with their tight end on 4th. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Back near the goal line, here's Rodgers. Getting the ball to Anderson here on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. It's Eckler again. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is a counter play. Eckler. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Wilson now to throw on third down. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now Wilson on first down. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get
that wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. He came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Again, that's Watkins. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Buccaneers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On first down, Rodgers. On the screen, this is Eckler. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver who gets a point there, yeah.
No.
And you went that far back, no bueno.
But I'll tell you what, I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet. Not with a quarterback like that on your side.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe win this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
The offense on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. Found his target, it's Anderson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Rodgers again now. It completes it once more to Anderson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. The handoff, it's Eckler. 41 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Foreman. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. It's the fullback with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the result, a Green Bay score. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Well, clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he works free. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. That's going to be caught along the sideline. And what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch, because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Draw play, it's Eckler. Wow, incredible.
Miss.
A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Rodgers now on 1st down. Getting the ball to Anderson here on the out route. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Rodgers' throw going to be caught by Davis. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Rodgers to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. To throw is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts them back within 1 score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts. But without that 3rd one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up the play for the onside kick here.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Dobbins. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Here's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a one-touchdown game. All right, so then instead of a 2-score lead in the waning moments, that miss means they're going to need to sweat this one out after all, partner.
Nothing comes easy in this league. That could turn out to be a miss of disastrous proportions. So now they need to call on their defense one last time to bail them out. Now Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. This to possibly force OT. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And he's in for the touchdown with the clock reading triple zeros. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. Now Wilson on first down. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Now it's Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Now their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Rodgers now on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Joe Tryon from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Both offenses sputtering a little bit here in overtime, Charles, but give credit to the defenses and certainly credit to them on that last play. That is a huge interception.
I will absolutely do that. They deserve the credit because they forced a punt on the opening drive of overtime. You know no one wants to give up the ball in OT. And now you have them back out there knowing that it only takes a field goal to win this game. Big-time defensive plays being made.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. After the interception, here's Wilson.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Open man is Godwin. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers 17. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their 2nd timeout here. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. You know, the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free, protect the end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the 4th quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away, like this one was.
So for the Bucs, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.